Hello everyone, Steve here for Cover 2 TV and I'm here with Ian, and Ian is a Washington Redskins fan and I'm going to find out why. Why do you support the Skins then, Ian?
My dad, he basically grew up in watching it in the 70s, 80s, seen the team in red and went with them and passed it on to me.
So your dad got to see all the good teams and then you've got to see the 20 years of absolute crap, is that where we're at?
Basically, yeah, he's had 3 Super Bowls and I've had 1 playoff win in 15 years.
It was the first game I watched. Admittedly, it was Super Bowl 49, so I'm not just bandwagoning for the winners. My brother told me he was going to support the Seahawks, so I thought I'd play devil's advocate and support Patriots. Fell in love with the team.
Christian Okoye. He broke my heart when I was about 13, when I supported the Denver Broncos, and I thought, this man's the man.
So you switched teams?
I switched teams, yeah. I did the Cardinals thing, but there you go.
I just think they're a great team. They've got a great youth team coming up. The quarterback's going to be, I think, one of the best in the league in a couple of years' time. And I just think all around they're gelling together well. They're making good plays, and I think they can go far next year.
I've been a fan since about 1984-85, and I've just stuck with it all the way. Still getting over the loss in the '85 conference final against the Patriots. But no, I've just stuck with him all the way. I loved Dan Marino, obviously, and the Marks brothers as a kid, and I've just stuck with it all the way. Shame we can't be the same as that team anymore, but you know, it's just Dolphins for life.
I'm actually a Patriots fan as well. I got into the Patriots first, 1985.
I'm not allowing 2 teams. I'm not allowed.
Well, I have 2 teams, but when was it? About 1993, so a long time ago. Went over to Cleveland for 2 weeks, but back in the days when people had pen friends, no social media. So went over there, stayed for 2 weeks. Saw the Browns play the Patriots at the old Municipal Stadium. Went to the Hall of Fame. Saw a Cleveland Cavs basketball game, a Division 3 college game, and just saw how fanatical the fans in Northern Ohio were for sports. So ever since then, I adopted them as my second team.
So Richard, who is going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Kansas City Chiefs. But I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will come close. I think Jameis Winston had a really good season last year. Evans was on top. They made some good signings. I think Buccaneers will be an outside shot.
Patriots got to be up there again as one of the favourites. It only takes an injury or 2, it can completely change. Teams like Steelers are always a dark horse out of the AFC. I've just got a feeling an AFC team's going to do it again, but I'm not sure. I'll have to go with the Pats.
Raiders, why not? They were flying last year. Derek Carr will come back another couple of years with the recent draft picks, and why not?
Sadly, as much as it pains me, it's probably going to be the Patriots again. I would like to see someone different up there. I can't see the Dolphins. If we make the playoffs, I'll be happy enough with that, but I think it's probably going to be the Patriots again.
Definitely Patriots. I think they've made so many good choices and changes during the off-season. Like moving Brandon Cooks over, and they've moved over Stephon Gilmore. They're going to be unstoppable.
So Ian, who's your dark horse Super Bowl pick, and outside the team who you think might make a magical run this year?
I think the way they're building that roster up, Tampa. Okay. They've added Deshaun Jackson. They've added, if they add another tight end, something in that offense will fly with Jameis. Decent shout.
Houston Texans, because they made the playoffs last year and they made it the year before. But I reckon now they're slowly making things a little bit better. They'll be on the way now.
Probably a team like the Vikings, I think. If they can get Bridgewater back, then I think he might be, you know, they've got the weapons to have a run. They've got a good defence as well. So I'd say the Vikings as a dark horse.
So who is the best running back in the NFL today?
I'd probably say still Adrian Peterson. He's almost past his prime, but he's still going strong.
A couple of years ago, I would have said Adrian Peterson. Putting a British slant on it, I'll say Ajayi at the moment. So if he ever sees this, he'll be happy with me.
I'd love to say Jay Ajayi. It's got to be Ezekiel Elliott at the Cowboys at the minute. I mean, for a rookie season, he just mashed up the entire NFL last year. So it's got to be Elliott for me.
It changes often, the way the running backs are in the league these days. But I love the patience, the way Le'Veon Bell runs. And you can see him, he runs that offense at times. Big Ben has come up and down. Antonio Brown is there and there. But I think it goes through him. If he's fit and playing well, that offense runs.
Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, by far, he's the best.
Does he count as a running back? Are we sure?
One of many things.
So Ian, who is the best wide receiver in the NFL today?
Julio Jones. You can't, the size, the speed, you know, you look at what he did with Atlanta for last year and that run to the playoffs.
Julio Jones, by far. Strongest, quick, took him down. He had an amazing Super Bowl, but I think Falcons lost the plot, to be fair.
I'd like to say Jarvis Landry at the Dolphins, but it's got to be Odell Beckham. And the spectacular catches, and he's just a playmaker with a better quarterback, because I think Eli Manning's on the decline. He'd just be even more of a monster.
I love Julian Edelman, so he's my guy, he's my dude.
As a Patriots fan, I'd want to tell you Julian Edelman, but I think it's definitely got to be Julio Jones.
And why is that? What makes Julio so special?
He's just put up the best numbers. He's got the best hands going. Everyone says Odell Beckham. I think he's maybe a little bit overrated. He's made a couple of good catches, but everyone jumps on the bandwagon with him. I think Julio Jones has consistently put up good numbers in the background, and no one's really taken too much notice of him.